Hey Aries, this is Luke Voulgarakis from LV Life and welcome to your quick tarot for the month of July 2024. Now, did you watch last month's? It's worth going back and checking that out just to see if any of it came into fruition. Now, I've been really lazy all day. What have you been up to? I've been sat on my sofa. I'm still sat here on my sofa. That's why you've got me reading tarot from here. I've been watching Schitt's Creek all morning. All right, let's see. One more card. Here we go. So we start here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is rushing in. Look at him charging into battle there with his sword yielded high and his horse moving fast. Oh, excuse me, my insides are making funny noises. I mean, do you have a tendency to rush into things? You know, Arian, perhaps. But more importantly, we look at the world like, you know, fools rush in, or rushing into things is a bad thing. There's no time to stop and think. There's no time to make rational decisions. But perhaps this is something that you do well. Like, I think there are always moments just to rush into stuff and just to take on that battle and go charging in. So I feel like perhaps you're doing that at the moment. Perhaps you are kind of going headfirst into something, or taking on a challenge or a battle, or getting involved in something right now. And who's to say that that's a bad thing? Maybe that's a really good thing. Then we've got this King of Cups reversed. So the king here sits on the water. The water's a little bit choppy in the background. There's a fish jumping out and a boat over here. But he sits up there very steady and cool and calm on his throne, and he's yielding his cup here. So the cups are like relationships or emotions, I feel like, because it came out reverse. It's more emotional, internal stuff. So perhaps you charging in here actually is you also not like doing it from an authoritarian perspective, like a king energy, but from more of a cool and calm authoritarian perspective, not from a kind of headstrong, arrogant perspective. Does that make sense? So I feel like whatever it is that you are kind of actively involved in at the moment, you need to be channeling this kind of cool, calm and collected King of Cups energy, someone who's mastered their emotions. And that doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Emotions are valid and should happen. But like, you've mastered them, you understand them, you're not letting them get the better of you. So you can take on a battle or challenge with a really clear head, like in a really grounded way. Even though he's up on water, he's still, you know, all this chaos is going around him, but he's still grounded into his throne, and he's still sitting there like nothing's going on. And so there's this real kind of authoritarian is the word I was trying to say. A real authoritarian perspective, but this very like calm, full of wisdom, very kind of regal, ethereal, I don't know, but definitely like taking on things without being so hot-headed, but being much more stable and kind of I don't know. I feel like there's a phrase that's not coming to mind at the moment about someone who just kind of takes on stuff without letting it bother them, without getting involved in the drama, but still has this real air of authority over it, even though that they're as cool as a cucumber, you know? So channel that energy. And then this Judgment card. Judgment, it means several things. So like the tide's turning, you know, things perhaps starting to perhaps even focus a little bit on you. The nudity here represents vulnerability and exposure. So if we think about exposure and we think about king energy and exposure, you know, perhaps you're being put in the spotlight a little. So perhaps you need to have that cool, level-headed was a word I was trying to get in earlier. Like this kind of level-headed authoritarian moment, because there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. You know, perhaps this situation that you're moving into is something that is going to put you in more of a spotlight. And so people will be observing you. They will want to see that you can handle it, that you can do it in this cool, calm and collected way, rather than, you know, irrationally or emotionally charged. So yeah, I think that this is quite interesting, but I think that this opportunity and the way that people are viewing you in this will lead to something. We've got this kind of winged character here, angel, if you like to use that term, kind of navigating this, kind of moving the puzzle pieces around as such, the chess pieces. So I feel like what's happening is divine, like it's part of your journey. It's meant to be something that you're in, but you're being tasked to do it in this very level-headed authoritarian way. So I hope that made sense. Please do let me know. I love to see your comments. I love to hear from you. Please like, follow, subscribe and share, because that really helps my platforms grow and I really appreciate it. And it's free for you to do. If you want a private reading, visit me at lukevoulgarakis.com. We can do that in person or on video call. Take care. Bye-bye.